Good morning, traders. So this is Jay. Today we're gonna look at price action with order flow using Bookmap. For who doesn't know me, I'm a full-time trader. I have a room called Team JTrader and Small Cap Room. I'm also official Bookmap mentor since several years. And what we trade in the room, we trade small caps, big caps, options, and futures. So let's go right into the market, what's happening right now. So first of all, this morning, we are in a setup long right now on ES. And over here, I just gave the alert entry at 10.10. So long play 44.25, risking over here and looking for the first target 45.30. Okay, so we got the first long on this over here on ES, using as well Bookmap. That is the moment of entry over here, 44.25 here. We got the entry over here, and that's our first target. So first TP hit over here. I've been looking for a bounce this morning, and the first bounce we had it done here. I'm trading over here with my bear. Yeah. If you have set up, please alert me. So we had the first trade over here. That was the first setup. We broke this support. Price, you can see at this 950. We had a breakdown, 955. Over here, we reclaimed the pre-market low level, and that signal along. And then over here, we had this major liquidity, 45.23. which was this level over here. We cleared this level. You can see the buyers stepping in now. Buyers stepping in, and then more buyers over here on this break. So first target hit. We can put this. Long play 44.25, and then over here we have the first TP hit 45.30, where you need to get out 1/3. Hope you took this if you were in the room. And we're gonna continue to keep this on the watch. We had KNT over here, so we had a breakout. KNT giving just now a short entry at 265, 260. For a gap and crap change, so transform into a gap and extension. I'm gonna put also KNT over here. Well done, Florian, with the long. So team member over here long at 56.25. Good long by Srini as well. Let's look at KNT. So this morning we had a stock. This is a small cap. You can see over here gap this morning. We had this first type of manipulation. So often we see this sell-off. They are sometimes fake. In this case, we had the reclaim. That's a confirmation it's a fake one. And then they pushed over here. We had a short setup. And then over here, we had the covers. And this is also becomes a long setup. And then over here, we have our, you can see our level exactly for where to get a short. 260 now. We want to see a breakdown the pre-market high and unwind to 230, and then looking for $2. Nice work, guys. So good morning, James. Good morning, Tibor. Again, traders, if you're in the room, please put a like, subscribe also to the channel of Bookmap and also the channel of Jtraderco, so you don't miss the new lessons that we're putting out. I also put the lesson the past week with Stephen Goldstein about risk management, about evolution of a trader, how to improve as a trader, and what actually you need to become a full-time pro trader. So very valuable lesson. Go check it out at JTraderco. Please smash the like button. Looking at Tesla. Strong volume over here. Good setup for a bull flag. So this is following ES and NQ. We are in a gap play because we are outside the previous trading range. So I really like these days. This is a 5-minute chart. Bull flag over here. Resistance this morning 243 and 40. So we are almost there to this high of the day. If we can break this level of 243 and 50, 243 and 40, then I'm looking dips to buy long. Okay. So, but this is a very nice pattern over here this morning on a bull flag. That's a bull flag opportunity. I like this demand and control over here because all this morning we had two major levels over here and over here of resistance. Okay, so this was a major support. You can see that we got to this demand area again, 236 and 50, held over here to 238, and now it broke the 242. So next target is 243 and 50. I have a high forecast that we can get the next days to 250, 254. So watching at that. So we're still holding long on ES. We're gonna follow that for the next few minutes because we have the target of here 37, then 40. So next 1/3, get out 45, 37. Niente, che cosa? No, niente, ma. Let's see also what the market is doing over here. I checked the top list using JTrader over here. So we have KNTE 61%, the one that we're following right now. We have CMMB. We traded this morning. SPRC. I saw some traders doing a very good one on this one. MGOL, MPU. Then we have also TSHA. In the big cap land, TGT, Data. We had JD this morning. So continue to watch traders KNTE over here. We should have a fader until 235. Okay, setting lower highs. This is almost to target 45.37. So nice on ES. ES paycheck. So some of the setup that we had today, I'm gonna share over here. We can see the Tesla long. So pretty good play over here this morning from members. So buying this dip over here, big support on Bookmap down here, and then selling into the push. More over here, same setup on Tesla. So not taking over here any short. Waiting the support. We had that support level in the morning was 236 and 50, 237. Good long over here on the dip. Selling into push and selling everything over here. Some traders over here are having a great day, so love to see that. And then also one of the mentorees on SPRC. So shorting over here after the stuff, and then after this dip, you can see fake breakdown, reclaim, he stopped out right away. Major bull trap over here, and then he shorted, so he loaded the boat at this point. First cover, second cover, and now he's holding 40% for 550 and lower. Okay, this is a nice gap and crab pattern now. So SPRC should unwind all the way down to $5. Some of the plays that we took during the morning. So KNT working. TP is going to be 240 this time. Tesla waiting breakout, then dips. CMB we're watching for 115 or 125. ES chill half now with 90 MA or 45.37 1/3.
I'm waiting for this.
Mm-hmm. KNT breakdown, now dip it at pre-market high. Let's see how it reacts. So the majority over here of the volume was traded around 230. You can see also this morning we had a big sellers. So those short sellers over here, and also I would say sellers, okay, but I would say those short sellers over here, they probably got trapped a little bit. So we have to consider that whoever shorted down here on weakness, okay? So if they short over here on weakness around 230, held over here support 10 o'clock, and they got squeezed over here and they extended to 260. So start watching at this important level around 230. You can see that I put also the point of control this morning was at 230, is at 238. So if now we hold a pre-market high, it's gonna push over here. We are with the short side over here with our setup, and we're looking for this major first target. So yes, you got out over here 50%. Now we're gonna trail everything with the 26. So give it a little bit of wiggle room. If you see setup, please alert traders. So if I consider this happen with that, okay. Thank you, Yo. So let's look for a squeeze over here, and we're gonna put our levels that we want. So, or I'm looking at 110 stuff. or I'm looking in this case at the zone over here to take the short, okay? Not trading, otherwise CMMB, waiting. Another bull flag coming on Tesla. Tesla, as we said, we need a break, retest, and then take in the long. Okay. And over here, we got a lower high. We want to see this to fail and get over here. If we instead dip and start curling, we're going to get out. You see over here KNT holding that pre-market high. So if you're short, max risk is going to be the pre-market, sorry, it's going to be the break even. Okay. So over here update KNT, now risk break even. And this is what we do, traders. So we explain the setup that traders are, we explain the setup that we have from the playbook. And then we alert when we have the setups. We work all together here. No, definitely SPRC, not a trade long here. The only long setup you can take it at 3-minute dealings if you see that we have a big soaking on Bookmap. Otherwise, we wait over here. Okay, Tesla, we're gonna have this breakout. So good volume over here. I like this follow through. So we had over here a previous liquidity. So we had sellers over here at 243. We broke that, then fell all the way down. So we had a wash. They tried to push back up. 243 again, it's soaked. And then over here came back down, exhausted the downside, making higher low, breakout, and then new liquidity comes over here. That's the confirmation of a breakout. Okay. So I like also that yes is pushing back up. So the last part we will hold it over here, and if we have a curl we'll add a long. And over here we need to wait for a pullback on Tesla. Okay, so we're looking for those setups, the first 1 or 2 setups that we always trade. We're gonna look for those. Morning, Dario. So we're holding the last part over here on ES. We're waiting on Tesla. We got the long play here. Waiting on CMMB. Nothing for now, SPRC. Nice lower high over here. Let's see if we can break. This is our short entry. First 1 minute J lines. Okay. Anybody shorted KNT? Perfect setup. Nothing for now, right?
No.
First target KNT. Let's see what else is moving. By the way, traders, also congrats over here to yesterday, one of our traders getting the first 5K of, I would say this autumn. We're gonna have a new mentoring starting January 2024, the first. I'm gonna take only few traders to mentor for a year. So you can reach out to team@JTraderco. And then we're gonna have 3 days in New York for live trading. Was sponsored over here this year, Trader for a Cause. We're gonna have 3 days at the Academy in New York and 3 days in Denver. So reach out for the info. So yes, now we're gonna raise the trail to the 45.30. TP is gonna be the 45.40. So we're raising the TP from before. Let's see if we can have that follow through. That's the entry that we had. This is the first alert from the system. Okay, this means that over here the system gave the entry long. This is the second pattern, also rolling the room to take the play, giving the risk. We got the first target over here, the second one over here, and now we're looking for this area over here, where to take the remaining profit. So one good setup for the day, not 10, not 20, but one good setup. We can put over here on 5 minutes. There we go. So we can see how it played. This instead of Tesla this morning. We had the support over here. So you can see the price got to this point, right? And right away it bounced over here. So there was an exhaustion of the move. It came back up. This exhaustion is exactly this point. So you can see the V pattern that we always talk about. It started from almost 240, huge over here sellers. So you can see that they were all placed, stacked came down, reversal over here, so clear this 238. We had an important EMA at this point. That gives us conviction. So those longs that you see over here from the guys are because of this, of the EMA, because over here of the V pattern, also this demand zone, and then from there we had to move all the way up. Now we broke that pre-market high, so we have this 243.40 breakout. And now we're gonna look if we can hold that, have a pullback into it, and then plain long dips. Okay. Okay.
Yes. What is this?
Okay. Amazon also pushing. Sorry, Apple pushing, Amazon unwinding. Google sideways, Meta unwinding. Nvidia unwinding over here. The only one that is strong is this Tesla. NQ unwinding. Yes, bouncing. Let's wait, we want to see the 40, right? Let's look for that 40. This area over here, you want to see this zone as your target. TP over here. You can trade yes or you can trade SPY. The same exact thing. $45.34. I can see an increase in demand over here. So we're above the point of control of the day on ES, making higher lows. ES previous high, touch now, set your target and forget. This is the point. You don't want to continue to look for the trade, okay? So this is the first entry by the system, and that's over here, the alert long play, exactly over here, 45.25, risking this level, 45.23 and 50, and then we're looking for the first target hit at 30. We got more out at 30s over here. Now we're waiting the 40s. They're holding Bookmap, forming higher lows. This is a 1 minute chart. So you can see the reason why we long also there, right? This is a clear bear trap, and then they push it. I like traders these plays because they're very low risk. Even if you take over here the long and it doesn't work, you have a very small risk, 2-3 points the most, but the possible return that you can have is huge. And we have, I would say, preset targets for this. So we know we're gonna work at least for 4 or 5 hour return. one of the targets that I'm looking always is that pre-market high, which was in this case the high that we had at 8:30 from the data. Okay. Want to check it also on the higher time frame. So break of the trend line. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes are the time frames that I use for intraday. Let's see if it can clear the 45.35. You can see this resistance. Meanwhile, Tesla is still going despite Meta, Amazon, and the rest. Is at 45.65, 246 getting there. We just broke traders daily pivot point over here. Still cannot break 45.35. KNTE, in the meanwhile, we still hold it. Okay, there's no stop now until that break even. So we want to look for the first target, and the first target we got over here. So again, first target hit on KNTE, first TP hit at 238. Now careful, can bounce. Let's look 1 second at Bookmap. I don't see a lot of support over here. The next support is 220. So they're using over here this open level 220 as a main liquidity area. Let's go back at yes. Is breaking out at 45.35. We want to see that 40, okay? So patience on this. Patience. So if you have questions, traders, reach out, okay? Also smash that like, thank you very much. Let's see over here, question number 1. Dari, where do you see second target on KNTE? I'm short 256. So it's about over here how it will react. This is the pre-market high area, okay? So if we break this pre-market high area again and we start holding, so essentially it's going to do this. I'm going to cut it above 255, 256 using that break even, okay? Because in this case we have after 10 o'clock holding the pre-market high, and then we can push it. If instead this is gonna continue to unwind, so over here is gonna reject, then I'm looking for the target over here, first in at 220, and then I'm looking for the $2. I have preset targets, and it's gonna be, as I said, this 220 and then this $2 over here. Those are my targets. Okay, we played yesterday in the same way. Some small caps. Perhaps over here I can share. By the way, traders, if you want to see my routine, check it over here. Okay, so check it out, routine. You will love it. Okay, so one was this yesterday. So this was BCDA in small caps. So we had the short, and then you can see that we had the first target already there. So when we short, in this case with a mentor that we're shorting, we have a preset orders already at these points. So the trader has simply to forget everything and just like follow the trade. Okay, so simply set and forget. This was the other one that we had, and it was in THRX. This from the mentoring, okay? So this from the room, everybody was following. So the first long, and then over here short, you can see that we have the targets preset, and then the trailing over here and the remaining over here. So the most important thing that I can suggest is set and forget. It's very important. Okay, so let's see at Tesla. So Tesla, we wanted to look for that pullback. So 90 MA bull flag, but for now we are remaining on yes. It's holding this 90 MA. I like that. Zenith made a great job.
Yeah.
Better than the other guys. Yeah, I'm also looking, buddy. Good morning, Floyd. I'm always looking at the chart patterns, and for that I tend to use a higher time frame. So I look at a 50 minutes and hourly chart mostly for those reasons. For example, on Tesla, all yesterday morning we had the wedge, and over here I'm looking at that rising wedge on yes, right? So let me cancel it right now, this over here. So we are long, okay. So in this case, traders, what can we see? We have this rising wedge over here. Until I don't have a really break of that 45.40, 45.50 and bull trap and look for a fail, we have the target over here, 45.40. So yes, of course, I always look at chart patterns. I came up with the chart patterns. I was trading already futures already in 2008, 2010. And the point for me is that chart patterns made the first part of my trading. Without those, everything came after, secondary. But first were the chart patterns. So yeah, I'm looking at that always. This was already 2014 over here with JTrader, trading on ES, DAX, and Italian Fib. So long time doing the futures, and now I explain these strategies that I made a living with to my members. So yes, now we raised the trail. Before it's at 30, now 45, 33, and 50. 45, 33, and 50. Alert came over here at 10.10. Over here, 45.25 long play. This is 10.10, and we had the risk. So 10.10 over here in our chart is exactly this point over here. This is 10.10. So 45, 25, and 50. We had a dip exactly 45, 23, and 50. So we got one tick from the risk. And then over here we had another alert. I said, if we have a cup, we can add more. First targets over here. And now if we break this, so we're looking for that major level over here, get out entirely. Okay, so we're gonna use that as trailing. If you're looking to trade Tesla short, don't do it. Okay, I know a lot of traders, they always want to go counter trend. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay with the trend, right? like from yesterday. In a couple of days, we came from the 220 to the 240 plus. So don't look to trade counter trend. Stay with the trend is very important. Respect it. Okay, this is your exit. Now we're going to revisit at 45.30. We have some liquidity over here, 45.28. So ES update. I'm going to look for 45.30, 28 too long. I will alert if we have that entry. We see that. So I'm explaining to my team before things happen what I'm looking for. Okay, not after, but before they happen. Tesla over here, we said we're going to look for a pullback. So the pullback we're looking at is 243 and 40. We're having just now what? All morning we're having these bull flags. Okay, so I'm having over here bull flag. I'm having over here bull flag. So these are all like scalp plays, right? All the way scalp plays over here. You can look at this in a 3 minutes. You can look this in a 1 minute. All these are bull flag plays. Okay, so bull flag plays. I made some videos how to take these bull flags, but this is exactly how you want to trade them. And once you look for those dips, so you can see over here that we have dip at 245.50. You're looking at Bookmap down here, and you start looking, okay, what I see on Bookmap? What is the play on Bookmap? Do I see anything that confirms that dip? And of course, you can see it over here. You can see the exhaustion of the move, right? So the wash, exhaustion. I don't suggest you to buy the dip. With this is pushing, so you start seeing some green, and that's your entry. So just when we're starting to bounce from the dip. But again, until a major pullback, we're not going to look for Tesla right now. Let's go back and see CMMB, sorry, KNTE. What we said, remember, this is the stop break even. We're holding that pre-market high. We're curling. So no major entry until this. Every time there's Bookmap. Every time there's Bookmap.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The best is when I have a bull flag. So, okay, so let's go back over here 1 second on Tesla, and let's make this example. Let's zoom in, and let's take this for example here. Okay. So if we long directly on the dip, I'm not longing here. I would be longing when I see this bar opening and it's starting to push. But I need over here a very big heat map, and I need to see those dots green that are coming in. So those dots are mean like the bars are coming in, okay? So I want to see a shift between supply into demand, so sellers into buyers, and then I want to see a clear of the trend line. Often if you wait the trend line, so buying over here is a little bit too late. I prefer to buy the dip. Okay, but like in this case, look at this example. We cannot simply, you have to wait that we start seeing the bounce getting formed. So that's the reason why Bookmap is very useful. Because let's say I buy simply here, you know, or I buy simply here. This will bring me in a stop. I don't want that. And often if I buy the trend line, I can get like faked out like this. I buy over here and I get stopped. So I prefer to buy the dip, and for that I use Bookmap for timing. Also, I look at tick charts. That's a little bit of secret tip that I have. So that gives me, I would say, the best, I would say, timing, but more or less than that. Also, you have to look at this template that I use, which is pretty good. Sooner I will share it. It's going to be a small fee for everybody. But you can see that over here we have a huge selling pressure, right? So on this bar, I don't want a long over here. And then I start seeing this bar, and you can see that 2/3 of the bar is gray. So it means that we have buyers in control. And then you can see more buyers, and over here, more buyers, more buyers, more buyers. At this point, we start seeing sellers. So at this point, I know that I can sell a big partial of my trade. Okay? And I can see better the exhaustion with that. Okay, let's go back to, this is a 1 minute, but I used the 3 and the 5 as well. I would suggest you to see the bull flags good to use the 1 and the 3. You will see that, you know, like over here in the 3, you need to change your trend lines, right? You need to change your trend lines. Over here, over here. All right, next stop is KNTE. So let's look on the 3-minute chart. I want to share a few things over here, but this morning, essentially the system gave a long entry over here. We had a short, didn't work. I mean, it came down over here for 20-25 cents, and then it's good to reach that break even. The point is, this is my time, 10:30 above the pre-market high, to avoid shorting. Okay, it's one of the rules that I like to use. I don't want to really mess up too much. Okay, let's go back over here on Tesla. So we're gonna continue with this. So the two major levels that I'm looking at Tesla are this and this. So we're gonna look at this 245, how the price reacts. You can see that we have a dip over here. Tesla wash right now, 245. I'm looking, so this is my update. So starting to look at Tesla for the strategy. We always trade a strategy. We have always the rules and we have the risk management. So in this case, the key levels that I'm watching are 245 and 243 and 50. Potential long coming up. Looking at this, I'm looking at this. This right here is green.
Even this might go.
Potential long also entry coming up in the next few minutes also on ES. Long over here on Tesla, 245 and 05. 245.05, you can see the big volume coming in, the dip over here. This, remember, is a scalp. So we're gonna look for at least 2-hour trade return. At 70, we're gonna look to sell half of the position and no risk more than 245 risk, okay? Because that's out of that. And now I want to see the dip also in yes formation. Also yes over here is confirming the long, and yes is giving the long at 45.30 and 2/4. 45.30 and 2/4 long also yes. Same time I would say of Tesla. Of course now yes is a little bit late, so I would wait for that and I will only focus on Tesla.
These are all green.
So you can see the new volume coming in over here. And you can see these are pushing up, so I like The buyers over here, they need to break the 245 and 50. I think we can get to do 245 and 70 for the first target.
Green.
Yeah, it's green. Has to break this.
Green.
We have that 90 MA over there on the 1 minute. So we have a very small risk. $45.33 on ES. So if you also took that long on the dip, perfect 1 minute J lines, beautiful. So some weakness over here, you can see all the way down. Now we long at 45.05, so we can simply risk over here this 245.05 as well. So using a risk break even. Can still hold over here and push. The reason why it rejected technically is that 90 MA up there. You can see, right? How it rejected. Let's wait over here. If we go 0.5, we're out. If we have higher lows, I want to see the break over here in the first target. Come on. Anybody long with us on Tesla? Mahabir taking the trade. I'm sharing over here and explaining you the price section, 45.33, and getting 1/4 on ES. Let's go back on the 5 minutes. That's what we got. Out the rest for break even. Yes, instead is working. So let's check yes. Reversal candle on yes on the 3. Nice dip over here. And nice bookmap play. So if you took yes, it's paying much more than the setup on Tesla, which now is going to the target. So yes, setup. Playbook, right? Playbook. A plus over here if you took it. That 45, 30, 30 and a quarter, or 30 maximum 2/4. Nice 4 points move for now. And the same reason, this is green and this came the cross out.
Yeah.
And I did because this is green, or this over here, and this came over here. Yeah.
We gotta check this.
Mm-hmm.
Número uno.
Mm-hmm.
Senão, número dois.
Yeah, exactly.
There are a lot of possibilities.
So I'm answering. Good morning, Charles. Charles is writing. I'm a newbie. What kind of maps do you have on the right? You mean on Bookmap over here? So I keep it very, very simple. So I don't have all those indicators. I have the normal current order book. You can also add the cumulative, to see sometimes the imbalance. The cumulative will be all of these like summed, and then it will give you like at a certain price what is the sum of here on the right. This over here that you can see, I have the show me the delta, the VWAP, show me the point of control, and this is called the session range volume profile. Session range volume profile, it means that for all this session that I have over here, this I would say indicator, right? It will tell me where the majority of the volume was traded. Actually was traded over here at 245, 27 and 1/4. And then over here on the right, I have Bookmap. In this case, if you're using futures, ES in particular, I would put this at 70, no less than that. If you put in Tesla, I would keep that at not 5,000, but let's say 2,000. You want to see the block orders. For small caps, you will need to change for every single one. Floyd is asking, you were looking at your heat map for dip buy. Yes, I was looking at heat map how I reacted heat map, and also my technical level for buying both on yes and both on Tesla. Also, again, congrats to one of the mentorees that I'm following today, because he had his best day in a while. So nice 6K for the day. And this traders is not like getting rich overnight. The trader worked like many months, had losses, repeated over and over the patterns. Probably hates me because every single time that he was doing an error, I was telling him to do 200 push-ups, basically like in the Top Gun. Or you can, if you hate, for example, doing cardio, do cardio. He loves to do cardio, so I give him push-ups. And every single time he did an error, he had to do that. He had to do that. He had to do that. So I said two things: or you will get in a terrific shape of your life, the best of your life, or you'll become a good trader. So his shape is like, I would say decent, good for him. But his trading is getting better. And that's what I want you to work on, is on your weakness, is improving, because that's very possible. I was sharing over here the other day a trader that had his best day, okay, in the last 6 months. And it's all about consistency, okay? It's all about consistency. And these are real traders, okay? So sharing what they trade, how they trade it. It just takes a lot of time. But days of 5, 10, 20K, it's very possible in the market. The chart software I use over here, TradingView. All of this is my proprietary template. So you will see soon available on my website, where this exactly tells you the strategy, how to trade it. Okay, so you will have everything. It's a complete course together with this, all inside. I'm looking over here again, traders on Tesla is setting for another long entry. If I have a dip over here, 244, I'll be looking for Tesla long entry. So let's see if we can have that. I think it's a good possible setup coming up. By the way, if you're trading over here, KNTE, I don't know why I want to call it NKE like Nike. All this morning, giving J lines long entry. Dario, why don't trade me simply this buddy today? Okay, all this morning is giving long entries over here. Yes, you can find all the information at JTrader.co. I'm actually having a new mentoring coming up in January, so I'm enrolling for the mentorship. All the mentors are part of a class, so we have two different types of mentoring. One is elite, one is normal mentoring. Elite has 2 one-on-one per month privately with me, and then 2 classes a month, and also there is a normal mentoring, which is like once every 4 to 5 weeks. You're followed daily. We have content together on Discord. I send you the plan, review your trading, give you tips. We have calls. So it's a total mentoring one-on-one. All right, so KNTE, nothing for now. Tesla, I said I'm waiting for 244, still didn't get there. But I want to show you this. You see out and it crossed, came up.
Yeah. With this.
Yeah, I'm also looking, traders, for a scalp again on 3-minute J lines on ES. So start looking at ES. Already gave the dip over here. So this is what a trader, for example, did today. He's scaling into the J lines he sold, and for his day, he's up 850. Okay, and this is what we do in mentoring. So I'm following mentoring on a daily basis, and this is his profit curve since August over here. So nice profit curve. He had the red trades as well, but he's trying to keep that consistency. Consistency trading, only few setups. Over here you can see he trades the J lines actually, and 1 or 2 more setups. So 2-3 setups to make his living. So you don't need to trade every single thing. You need to trade like 100 things. Trade few things, but trade them good. That's the major point. All right. So here we have the dip.
Yeah.
2 dip on Tesla. 1 and 1 cross, 1 and 1 cross.
Yeah.
Yes, I missed it. Sorry, but was not paying attention. All right, traders. So again, thank you for following today. Smash that like button. Also register to Jtraderco YouTube. I'm gonna leave also here my info because we put some good content about mindset. I'm gonna put more content in the next weeks about also psychology and meditation in trading. I think that's a very useful thing. To reach out, simply digit JTrader.co. You can follow also over here on Twitter. And thank you for everything. See you next week and good luck for your trading. Thank you very much.